Hi there everyone, my name's Jez. I'm co-founder and engagement director of youHQ. Welcome back to school. I hope wherever you are in the world you've had a break and a chance to rest and recover. This video is designed to be an overview of youHQ, how we work, what we do, student perspective, staff side. I'm going to show you the 3 different interfaces that we use. I'm not going to go into loads of detail, but hopefully I can cover off most bases. For more information, please do speak to your lead. It's likely you're going to get some more formal training, whether you do that through the app or through either a call with one of the team. But let me just show you the website first. So you can see, hopefully it says youhq.co.uk. Please come to the website at any point. You can get in touch with us by using the Let's Chat button in the bottom right-hand corner, and someone from the team will pick up with you, or just speak to your lead and they will have our contact details. There's a lot of resources on here, but we've been working for the last couple of years, actually probably a bit longer than that, probably more like 3 years now. We're working in 7 different countries. We're a UK-based company, and we know, I was a teacher for about 15 years. We know now that mental health and wellbeing is a really important part of students being able to cope in this very modern, crazy world. We've got children ourselves that have struggled in schools, and we know that giving them a chance to take agency over their health and wellbeing, but also giving you a chance and them a chance to reach out to you if they're struggling, is really important. But also giving you a chance to praise those students that are really thriving and flourishing and setting goals. And that's another big part of what we do. We inspire students to succeed by logging how they're feeling, becoming more self-aware, emotionally literate, and then thinking a bit more about their values and their goals and the person they want to become, which is, let's be honest, is super important. We know that's one of the most important things, if not the most important thing that we teach students. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the different interfaces, like I said, from a student perspective. So if you're working with students at your school that are reception to year 3, so we're talking about students maybe from the age of 5 to 7 or 8 years old, they'll use the junior interface, which looks like this. They'll probably use a QR code to log in, and then they will complete a very simple mood check-in when they log in, which for most schools is once a week, might be a bit more, a bit less. How are they feeling in that moment? Awful to great. This emoji becomes their avatar once they get used to using the platform. They can always rather not say, and we've got a widget on all our interfaces that can change the language that the students are using. It can change the size of the text that they're working with, so that it really does make it as accessible as possible. So let's say one of your students is not feeling great. That will, if they click awful or the lowest emoji, that will send a notification through to you as a member of staff if you're linked to that student. So for most staff, if they are a class teacher or form tutor, they'll pick up on that. You might be a wellbeing lead or a counsellor or a head of year that might also be linked to that student, and you can decide whether or not you receive those notifications, or it's just the form tutor or class teacher. Students may then be given an opportunity, depending on their age, to contextualise that down a bit more. So they might say they're feeling tired and worn out, and that's useful for them again to develop their self-awareness, and they can then give a reason. They can say they're not sure or something else, or they might say, oh, it's because I slept really badly. Then for junior school students, that's their mood checking complete. They'll get a gift to reflect their mood. They've earned 5 gold coins, gold GOALD, because of our goal setting side. And then they'll be signposted the most appropriate resources over time based on how that student says they're feeling. So the app is, we don't use AI for that. We just tag the resources, and we are looking at how we develop that side of things, but students can then engage with the resource to support them. So I said sleep was an issue. If a student was old enough to engage with the sleep diary, for example, then they could see that there. They can print it, they can work with it, or they might watch a video or listen to an audio clip. They can spend their gold coins they earn on the avatar shop, so that next time when they log in, they can change the background, they can change lots of different things, and they can earn gold coins to do that. Students get a dashboard which gives them their overview. They can check the gold that they've earned and what they've earned it for. They'll get a status, bronze, silver, or gold. They can see all the resources in the Learning Hub. They can search for those they can listen to, those they can watch, and those they can grow from. They tend to be worksheets and short courses, age appropriate. Very young students will have more limited access. The courses, just to highlight, have become very, very popular. And the courses, their students earn more gold coins, from 50 to 100 gold coins, whereas videos and audio clips, they'll earn 10 gold coins. Students can reach out for support anytime they want. So they might just want to speak to you. It doesn't have to be a negative thing. It might not even be that they're struggling. They might just want to tell you something. So they have that option. They can send that message, and or just say they want to check in with you. The text on the right-hand side is totally customizable to your school. And then students can also give us feedback. So this star tab, that gives us feedback. That's them saying to us, I love youHQ, or or maybe you could add this in, or have you thought about X, Y, and Z? Because we really want to listen to you as our youHQ user. Schools, students and staff are really important that we get that feedback. That is how the youngest students would use youHQ, and you can access actually this discovery portal from the website directly. The middle school interface is slightly more involved. So when students complete their wellbeing check-in here, they'll have the WHO5, which is a World Health Organization 5-question survey. It's been verified clinically by the Anna Freud Centre and by our clinical psychologist, that's one of our directors at youHQ that works here in the UK and the NHS. So students can then reflect on how they've been feeling over the last 2 weeks in relation to these statements. I felt cheerful and in good spirits all the time at no time, or somewhere in between. Calm and relaxed, active and vigorous, woke up feeling fresh and rested, and my daily life has been filled with things that interest me. So they'll complete that, and then they'll get a gift to reflect that, and then they'll have exactly the same check-in process as the younger students. Again, depending on their age, they might not have the chance to contextualize their mood all the way through. Students can also rather not say. They will also be signposted a resource. Let's show you one of the courses. So this is me on my phone. So all the courses that we've created, we curate and create the resources. We're creating more and more courses because we know that they're really important and useful, and students can go through, and again, they'll have some questions to answer. There might be a couple of videos built into them there. They can also rate how useful the resource is. The middle school platform, so age-wise for middle school, we're looking at students from probably 8 to 14 years old, year 4 to year 8 students. You might call it something slightly different in your school. They get the chance to journal, and they'll be prompted to journal if they're feeling low, but they don't have to. So this is like a gratitude journal. It doesn't have to be gratitude. It can be anything at all. My Cocker Spaniel's just down by my feet, so maybe just put mine there. So they've got that side of things. The other thing that we have built into the middle school platform is the chance for students to set values-based goals. So when they first log into this, they'll actually be walked through how to do that. But let me just show you the value side for now. So they'll be walked through exactly how to do this and what this is. But a big part of what we do is based around acceptance and commitment therapy, which is very much linked to cognitive behavioral therapy. So students might say, okay, what are my values? Resilience is a key one. Maybe family is an important one, or they can write their own. And those values then sit on their dashboard. They have the same avatar shop that the younger students have. They have help and FAQs there. They have their mood score over time, so they become more aware of that, and also their most recent wellbeing score from the WHO5. They'll also get suggested resources. We're also building in favourite and most popular resources across our different schools. And then also they can see their goals. So if students want to go to the goal setting area, they can set a new goal. They can be walked through how to set that goal as well, which I won't show you for now. So let's say we've got this. That's maybe not the best one. Let's find a different goal. Okay, get a B in maths. We do get quite a lot of students that want to set academic goals. They might set an action underneath that goal, or they might just say they've completed it. They might upload some evidence, and then they submit that, and it would go through to the member of staff, and they can earn more gold coins in that way. And depending on how you have this set up, it might be that those goals are auto-verified and you don't do anything, or it might be that it comes through to you as an alert, and then you can look at that goal and then you can go back to the student. So it depends how involved you want to be as staff in supporting the values-based goal setting side of things. Students can go to the Learning Hub at any point, as well as looking at the different formats. They can look at all the different mood and attribute types here, or they can search the specific resource that they want as well. Students get a snap of everything they're doing on the middle school platform. It gives them a really good insight and overview of everything that they're using. And they also get the support area, just like the younger students do, just looks slightly different. Okay, so that's to stop tour. And then the last one is the upper school. Now, I'll be very quick on this one. This is year 9 to year 13. So probably we're talking about 14 to 18-year-olds. Very similar concept to the middle school. The Learning Hub will be different resources aimed at that age group, very much aimed at kind of the exam stress side and moving on in life and going and maybe work, careers. But all the resources are health and wellbeing focused. They're not PSHE, but there is an overlap with PSHE and careers, but we're very much focusing on our own specific wellbeing curriculum. The profile settings are slightly different, so they can still find the avatar shop, but it sits smaller in the top, and they can change it from light to dark mode. Now showing you the teacher side, when you log in as a member of staff, if you are a class teacher or form tutor, you will just see your students. So it might just be that it comes up with your class, and you will get a dashboard with the key insights, students on low mood alerts, you've got students that have asked for check-ins. You may have an integration with CPOM's My Concern or your safeguarding platform as well. So you get a really good group overview here of what's going on with your students. You can also see the mood and the emotion insights of those students. If you're an admin, you may have the opportunity to compare different year groups and classes. If you're a class teacher, you won't have that. You can also even see the average mood and wellbeing scores. And it might be that you've been using youHQ for a while and you can look at previous years, or it might be you're ahead of year and you would like to see year 7 and you want to compare them to the rest of the school on the wellbeing and the mood side. You can see the reasons why students are feeling certain ways. So you can see the reasons why they're feeling good and the reasons why they're feeling not so good. So if this was your school and appearance and bullying were the highest, most prevalent reasons why students weren't feeling good, then you would see that here. And then you could respond to that student voice in the most appropriate way. You've got the engagement scores and you've got reports for all the different year groups there as well. So it's involved, but it's intuitive. The wellbeing tab is the granular level individual data for your class or for your whole school. So if we go to one of the classes, then we can see the overview of the WHO5, but we can also see the individual scores of those students. So we can see these are not real students. Just to be clear, these are just all dummy students. So this might be my class, and I can filter by mood. I can click on that mood. I can see the mood score over time. I can see any reasons why the student might be feeling that way, if they've written extra information in. And you can also see the context. So if this student's feeling 1, but they're normally nearly a 4 out of 5, that's obviously good context. You can also see the current WHO5 score there. You can see the latest results from the WHO5 survey, any goals the students set in a PDF. An in-depth snapshot report for you as a member of staff. So we've done a lot of work on this. You get the insight, their mood, their wellbeing score, number of logins, their average wellbeing score. So you can go to town on it if you want to. This is an AI-generated pastoral report based on all the things that student's clicked on, the values, the goals, the mood and the wellbeing score. You can see all the goals the students set, and then you've got their individual mood and wellbeing. And again, you can compare that to the whole school, which is going to be quite an interesting one for you to see as well. And any conversations that have been captured, and you capture those conversations here using the check-in tool, checked in with that student because they were feeling low, or maybe add some extra detail in there. That sits on youHQ. If you do have the integration with CPOMs and My Concern, then that might be pulled through saying they've got low mood, low wellbeing, and maybe a summary, and it gets submitted in that way. You can see all the gold that students have earned, and if they've got a little red number, that means they have said they've completed the goal. Again, if it's auto-verified, you won't get that. If not, you can choose the amount of gold to award that student, and you can write them a message back. So that's a really nice, positive tool, but it does mean, obviously, that you're becoming a little bit more involved in that process. We add new resources every week. We have fundamental resources and bonus resources that students can unlock by engaging with them. So you can see all those resources. You can delete any. We're very aware of age and culture, and we try and make them really appropriate. But it might be that you don't want one of those resources on, or you might want to add a new resource, and you might have that access if you're an admin. We tend to integrate with your MIS directly, but if we don't, then you can see all the student information there. You can also generate the QR codes for your students as well. And you may want to push out additional surveys to some of your students as well. And we have around 10 psychologically verified surveys here. You can also create your own surveys. You can see all the goals that students have created as well. So you can see the kind of the top goal setters, if you like. And again, that shows you where the PDFs sit. If you're an admin, you'll have My School, which is where all the settings are, which we won't go into for now. And we do also have the option for a tab for staff. You get the upper interface, but the resources you get are very much aimed at staff. So this is a webinar that I recorded with Al Kingsley, which is aimed at teachers. Thank you so much for listening. I hope that's been useful. Just again, go back to what I said at the start. Please do contact us if you need any support. This is not your formal training. This is an overview of youHQ and how it works. Please speak to your lead in your school if you have any questions, and they will have direct access to us. But you can, like I say, you can get the answers to most things via the youhq.co.uk website. And we really look forward to working with you on your current academic year to support health and the well-being for your whole school.